today you'll be receiving from a message full of God's power to help you become everything that God has created you to be. You know, God sent his son, Jesus, to die for you to have a life of abundance and for you to be an ambassador for him. What does that mean? That your life should represent his goodness. It's time to be about it. Tune in today's message and you'll be blessed.
And as I was preparing to receive, from the Lord that deposit that he wanted me to deposit to you this morning, I kept hearing these three words: restoration, recompense, and recovery. I'm going to say that again. Restoration, recompense, and recovery. This is the word of the Lord for you this morning about your life. Restoration, recompense, and recovery. John 10:10. John 10:10. I'm going to lay an extensive foundation here. I'm going to be a little bishop up here flipping through these scriptures. Verse 10 says, "The thief comes not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. But I am come that you might have life and that they might have it more abundantly." Verse 11 says, "For I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth life for his sheep." Verse 13 says, "The hireling fleeth because he is a hireling and he cares not for the sheep." Verse 15 says, "As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep." Luke chapter 19. Luke chapter 19. Restoration, recompense, and recovery. I'm just going to read verse 10. If you have time, you can read through. This is a story about Zacchaeus and the Lord. But here in verse 10, we also see again, Jesus is once again proclaiming what his purpose is for us here is. He says, "For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost." Restoration, recompense, recovery. Now that word lost, that Greek word there is apollos, and it means this: something ruined, something wasted, trashed, devastated, or destroyed. That word is the same word that is used to describe the Satan as destroyer, which describes his demented character. So he's saying that for the Son of Man is come to seek and save that which was ruined, wasted, trashed, devastated, destroyed. Then that word save means simply this. And in fact, before I go there, for the Son of Man has come to seek. I looked up that word seek, and that meant someone on a hunt. The Son of Man has come on a hunt, looking for those that have been ruined, wasted, trashed, devastated, or destroyed. We live in a day and age of straight foolishness right now. As Bishop said, if you have any kind of spiritual prowess, you know we're in a different season. I used to read that, for in the last days, dangerous times, or perilous times will come, and I would just kind of read past it. Now that means a whole lot more to me. And there are a whole lot of people who have been experiencing, especially in the last several years, devastation, ruin. But Jesus, John 10:10, when it talks about that the thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And let me just point this out. Let me not pass this by. Notice it is the thief that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. It is not God. I say this almost every time I pass a topic like this when I minister. I'm going to say it again. God does not need to go visit Satan's apartment and say, "Hey, look, I need to teach my kids something. So can I borrow a cup of your nasty sugar and some stuff from your backpack so I can put that on them so that I can teach them something?" It's the thief that comes to kill, steal, and destroy. It's the thief who is the destroyer. But it not only said that he's come that that we'll have life, it says that he cares. You know the difference between God and a hireling, because the hireling does not care, but God does. So he's out and he's looking for the lost. Why? So he can save them. That word save is sozo. And it really means this. It is a rescue operation. So my husband is like, into act. We were sitting at the table yesterday. This is horrible, but I'm sorry. We were sitting at the table. We were sitting at a restaurant yesterday afternoon, and we were sitting outside on the patio, and right there off the parking lot. And unfortunately, there was a small, minor, nobody got hurt, fender bender. But, we heard it. And my husband was like, oh! This dude watched that thing from start to finish. The people just out talking, I know what happened. And then the waitress came out. She was that a car accident? He's like, yeah, so whose fault was it? So what had happened was. So after about 10, 15 minutes, we you think they're going to call the police? Or, now in Michigan, if it's nobody's hurt and the cars are drivable, you don't have to call the police, just exchange information. 15 minutes later, I'm like, okay, we can stop watching. He's like, I like action. I like action. And sure enough, we had movie night, and we ended up converting our basement into a movie theater in 2020 when they shut down the movies. We have a toddler in the house, and when he goes to bed, anybody with toddlers, that when they go to bed and you close that door, you like, yes, what we gonna do? So we created a movie room in our basement so we could, while the movie theaters were shut down, we could watch some stuff here and turn the lights off and make it feel like we went somewhere. And so every now and then it's his turn to pick, and he's always picking something with action. I'm like, man, you almost need blood pressure medicine to watch the stuff that he picks, because he loves action. Well, guess what? Jesus loves action too. It's nothing like a good rescue story. He is searching for those who have been crushed so he can set up a rescue operation. Somebody say, go ahead, God. Turn to Luke chapter 4. Still laying the foundation here. Restoration, recompense, and recovery. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. Again, this is Jesus speaking again. He says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovery of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. That word brokenhearted there, that Greek word is suntribo, and it's used to describe a crushing of grapes with the feet, smashing of bones into the dust. People walked on by means of being grinded upon. Others, life, relationships. So again, he's once again communicating one of the major purposes of God in the first place as it relates to us. He is a God who, sometimes when you experience these lacks or these things, these negative things happening in your life, oftentimes your emotions will make you feel that you are further away from God, that somehow God departed from you because this happened, or somehow you can't relate anymore because somehow this happened. But I want you to notice is that he's here to heal or restore the brokenhearted. Then when he says he put at liberty, that word liberty means permanent release. Selah, pause to think about that. Permanent release. To set at liberty, and then that word captives means those who are in bondage. It even refers to addictions.
I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I want to invite you to subscribe as well as visit our website at michelleferguson.org. We have some materials there that can help you as you walk through life, live the life that God created for you. As always, I'm Michelle Ferguson, helping you to discover, develop, and celebrate who God has created you to be. See you next time.